Palms Podcast. Thank you for watching, viewing, and subscribing. Episode 85, 86.
86.
We're out here, dude. We're going up. And I need you guys to rate and review us on the charts, man. 5 stars on the podcast charts or wherever you listen, because we got to go up there a little bit in the charts, man.
It really helps.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
No, it really does. But shout out to anyone listening. Again, man, shout out to the listeners, the viewers, the watchers, and the subscribers. We love them all.
Whew.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the week, dude.
Yeah, me too. And I've been looking forward to it now, dude. Especially, man, we got some good feedback on last episode, and it's just been we just talked about the guests we've been having, the conversations we've been having. If we're doing just you and me episode, it's been flowing, dude.
Because now it's gotten to the point where like we just want to learn some stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's times where like we have questions. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And sitting down with someone and just asking questions and like learning some stuff and meeting new people. It's really fun. And I like how we've been doing like alternating, like guest, no guest, guest, no guest.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
nice.
It seems like that's the way it's going. Yeah, I like that. So I do want to touch on something nice. I put my 2 weeks in, my 9 to 5, and I'm on to better things, bigger and better things, baby. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say the name of the company. I will say what I got a sales job, so y'all be praying for me in that. I think it's gonna be good though, man. And the reason is like I've worked a full job since I was like 15, 16. You feel me? And that's always been that paycheck every Friday. Ever since then though, there's always been in the back of my mind like the sales or the stock market, you know, and like I've tried to dabble in the stock market a little bit, but like sales is something where it's like, you know, you're going and you're not getting that paycheck every Friday, but it's incentive to work hard. And it's also scary though, because you know, if you're not selling stuff or if you're just not cut out for it, it's not going to work out for you very well. And I haven't done it yet. You know, we're recording this and I haven't actually done the job yet. So I don't know how it's going to go for me. I feel like I'm going to do well. And that's what I was getting at, where like all my life when I've worked these other jobs, I felt like it kills me to the core because I know I'm meant for more. And I don't want that to like come off as cocky or whatever. But I think with like, I want to be an entrepreneur in the long run. But I think with sales, it's like you're either cut out for it or you're not. Because you kind of got to be like, you know, not aggressive, but you got to be like, have a hard head and like, you know, be upfront and charismatic.
And sometimes.
Yeah. You got to say it how it is. And you got to like not take no for an answer. Kind of like you got to take no, but like respectfully take a no. But if they're saying like, yeah, well, we're looking at a couple other people, we're going to like get in touch with you, you know, as a salesman, like it's your job to like not walk away at that point, but like, to at that point convince them why you should just buy it now, you know, like, and there's always tricks, man. But no, I'm excited. Like I feel a totally different energy. I was just telling you, like when I walk into work now, it's a totally different thing. Cause I'm like, I put in my 2 weeks and it's just like, not that I don't care, but it's like, it's actually a newfound respect where it's almost like I hated it so much before I put my 2 weeks in. Like, not that I hated my job, but it's like the work, you know, like I said, the whole time I'm working, I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with sitting at a place for 8 hours a day and making the same amount of money every week, no matter what. You might get a little yearly raise or whatever, but you feel me? Like every week, steady amount, same amount, whatever. I'm not comfortable with that. I'd rather like take the risk and go out and like, you know, cause in the long run, I want to be flipping houses and stuff. And that's a big commission, but it's also a big risk. But I want to do that. I want to do that stuff. And, it's just, I'm excited. I don't even know. I feel like I'm like trailing off. Cause I've been waiting all week, dude, to just bust this out on the podcast. But, it is like a newfound respect. Cause I'm like finally leaving and I'm knowing what the next step is for me. And I'm feeling really good about it, really confident. And so that's why it's like working my job now that I've put my 2 weeks in. It's just like, I just can't wait. Not that I like it now that I've put my 2 weeks in, but I just can't wait to like be on to the next chapter. Like literally I feel like in my mind there's like a stair set and I've been on like the first stair and I'm literally feel like I just walked up to the second one for real. And it like sales might not be the forever answer, but what I'm going to learn going into it will teach me what I need to learn to get onto that third step. You know what I mean? Like I've been at the same job for 3 years doing the same stuff, and it's been nice, but I've learned what I needed to learn. So now I'm on to the next step. You feel me?
Yeah.
really it's like it's that way, and I'm excited for it, dude. I'm really excited for it.
I had an analogy when me and Kyle, when we were driving to the skate park the other day and we just had like those hours to kill, we were talking about something similar, and I compared it to like levels in a video game. Whenever you like, you're at, let's say, level 1 or whatever, and you have the places you can go and the things you can do and the goals you have and like secrets you can find and whatever, like a Tony Hawk level or whatever. There's a lot of things you can do, and then once you do them all and there's just like a couple of things left to do, and like that next level gets unlocked, it's like taking that train to like Manhattan or whatever, and then it's like fucking a whole new outlet of challenges and like things to learn and growth to be had and challenges to face and whatever. And it's the same whenever you get a new job. It's like a whole new environment, but it's almost like exciting more than nervous, you know what I mean? Because you've already proven, and I think you and I are similar in this way, where we're going to work hard no matter what we do, no matter what like job is in front of us. You don't give a shit about bussing tables or like running food, like being a food runner. That's not like necessarily a passion of your life, but you did that the best you could do that. You know what I mean? Same with construction. Like, you've got respect for the work. You just understand that's not the work for you, but you tried your hardest to like be an A1 performer in that occupation. You know what I mean?
The thing,
and now you realize like the things you do want to be doing, like the things you actually do crave, like your soul craves, you know what I'm saying? And it's like now you're headed towards that. So like to go to that next level, it's like you want to be making these mistakes and fucking, new challenge, new goals to set, new things to learn. I'm hyped for you, bro. For real.
Thanks, man.
Because I see it too. I see like this as an opportunity, like another step in the ladder. You know what I mean, for you. And I don't know where it'll lead, but like you in 6 months is gonna be a different Danny. I feel like.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I've been saying give me 6 months. I'm gonna wait till the camera comes back on. I've been saying give me 6 months at my new job once I start, and I'm gonna be up there. I'm gonna be #1 salesman. And again, not trying to be cocky, but sometimes you just gotta have confidence. And like you were saying before, it's like I've done other jobs, done the food running, the busing, the serving, the construction, the landscaping, and it's like every job I've ever had, I've given it my all, and literally I've gotten good. Like at every job I've ever gotten to, I've been valuable, and I know my worth. And so if I can just, I've been given this chance with sales where, like I said before, it's scary to take the leap, but I'm like, I've succeeded well at every other job, as far as performing the job's tasks. So I'm like, if I can just kill it at this job, oh, dude, praying for it, dude. Yeah, I'm feeling good about it. What is that noise? We're hearing some feedback.
I think it's the connection on this mic. Might be time to upgrade the mics.
Yeah, it could be on the headphones too. We might have
And I talk about it sometimes too. Whenever we're talking about like school and shit and getting good grades and whatever, and I always think that like I tried really hard in school, and it didn't necessarily teach me like a lot of things, like I don't consider myself that smart, but I do think that we've got discipline is the thing, you know what I'm saying? And that's what school taught me. It taught me to like learn how to research things and learn how to like have a problem in front of me and solve it, and that's something that is hard to learn for a lot of people, you know what I mean? It's hard to learn for me, and like I'm still learning, but school gave me like a leg up in that way, and skateboarding gave me a leg up in that way, because it's like there's just a certain way you have to like go about seeking knowledge and learning things to better yourself, to like do a better job, you know what I mean? That some people never do those steps.
For sure. That's why I think school is important, especially for little kids, like, or not just little kids, but up until you graduate high school, because like I feel like your brain is developing, and it's good to develop in the ways that school makes you develop. Not that I agree with public education systems, because that's a whole nother conversation, but like you're saying, the work ethic that you get put into school, like you're waking up early, it's not fun, but you're getting it done, and like that first period's whatever, and third period's a little better because you're more awake, and then it gets better, you eat lunch, whatever, last periods are chill. And how you go about that, it builds your character. Like that's true, how you said like through high school you grind it out, and I can see like it made you into this man. And I didn't really do as well in high school, so I kind of had to like, I kind of did it in some other ways, but I regret not like giving school my all when I had the chance. But we live and learn. But yeah, like I think with anything you do, whether it be a job or really anything in life, like even the gym, like how you're committing to the gym, how you're committing to those ninth and 10th reps, the 10th, 11 reps on the second, third set, those drop sets and whatever. It's like how you commit to that is how you go about a lot of things in life.
Yeah.
Because if you give up when it hurts, it's going to say a lot about you. If you're giving up at the 7th, 8th rep just because it hurts, it's like, no, push it. Because especially when your brain is telling you you're done, don't do no more, you're at 40%, baby. That's
yeah,
because
your brain is supposed to tell you,
Let's
like,
go.
hey, that's going to be unpleasant. Like,
That's how you grow your muscles. It's, it's not comfortable to grow them. You're ripping them and growing them, but they're getting stronger and bigger. I love it, dude.
And it's like you said, that applies to so many things. Like, it gives you such confidence in the workplace too. Whenever you're, restaurants, great example. It's like when you're put in that super high stress situation, when there's like orders just out crazy, so many tables, so much to do, bottle breaks, like so much going on. That's how restaurants are every single night.
Yeah.
Like if you're in the back of the
yeah,
house,
how
or
can
like,
you handle in the weeds, bro?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like it's same like when in school you have that unit test coming up or whatever in math, and it's gonna be like an 85 question unit test on like some geometry concept you don't understand, and like the whole lead up to that you're like, damn, this is gonna suck. Oh,
Yeah,
30 question homework assignment. Oh, I gotta write an essay for homework. Oh, I gotta do this. And it's like you feel that unpleasantness and you're like, this is gonna suck. Just like your body is telling you at the gym, this is gonna suck. Like you're hurting right now, you're hurting yourself. But that is when you have to take one more step and like go, because that's what it takes to pass the test. That's what it takes to do more pull-ups, and that's what it takes to relate it to skating, to land tricks, like when you're warming up, how
Skating,
like
for sure.
kind of hurts a little bit, like especially with me and my knee, like first couple pops I'll honestly like get a little bummed because I'm like, fuck, like it'll actually hurt, and I'm like, damn dude, like I just got here and like I'm already kind of hurting. But if you just stretch a little bit and like do more ollies, it's like by the end of the session there's no pain whatsoever, just because I'm fully warmed up. But it's the same thing where I have the choice to make when I go out. Even to go out, that's the choice you make. But while you're out there, you can say like, I could go, run a little bit, do some jumping jacks, like warm up, go do like 10 50-50s, or you could just be like, oh, that's going to be hard and I'm going to like start sweating and whatever. I'm just going to go try the one trick that I was here to do. And then you hurt yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. And I do want to, I want to say, yeah, like that in it. Fuck, what I'm trying to say. It builds your work ethic.
Yeah.
Like everything
discipline.
we just talked about. Yeah, the discipline, it builds your work ethic. But about public education, while we are on that, I do want to say that it's iffy, because I'm saying it. I said what I said, but now that we're having the conversation, I'm thinking about it and how they design those tests. I don't like that, because for me, like I'll tell you straight up, this is on air. Through kindergarten, through high school, everything, I never studied a day in my life. I never went home and studied, ever. Like studied for nothing. I always did my homework. I paid attention in class for the most part. And I did my classwork. So I paid attention in class and I understood the lesson they were teaching. So I was able to complete my classwork. And then I was able to go home and do the homework because I understood it, because I paid attention in class.
And a lot of times that's enough.
But when it came to the test, I don't know what it is about me. Like, they call it test anxiety, whatever. Call it whatever you want. I hate taking tests. Like, I'm better about it now because for the jobs and stuff I've had to take tests. As a server, you got to take a lot of tests, and that was like scary to come. But all that stuff's easy because it's like whatever. But as a kid, I don't know. I'm just overthinking it, because probably the stuff that you learned was on the test. But when I would get a test in front of me, like I think I told you this, the FCAT.
Yeah.
I could not do the FCAT. Like when I would look at the FCAT, like the reading FCAT, I would tell myself, because I always got put in bad reading classes, like intensive reading and stuff. And I was like, I can read fine. And English was like my best class.
But it's because of how you tested?
Yeah, because when I would do the FCAT, I didn't have what it took to just like sit there and read the stories and answer the questions, because I'd be reading the story and then I'd get bored and I'd be like, I'm not about to do this. So then at Christmas tree, I'm just like, I'm bored. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm trailing off. I'm thinking about skating, thinking about other things. And then I'm like, oh, he's done? Oh, I could probably be done in a little bit. And I'm like, all right, well, let me just try. And I try to just let me read the question. And especially when I got older, when it was high school and I'm like still in intensive reading, I'm like,
let me give it an actual
I'm like,
go.
let me actually do this. So I'm like sitting there and I'm like, yeah, no. So I was like, nah, I can't do it. And it was on the computer back then too, especially. So you're trying to read the computer, you're scrolling down. I was like, no. So I crib treated, dude.
Every
time.
What method do you think would have worked better for you in your education curriculum?
That's a good question.
Because there's different ways to test. That's the thing too, is like not everyone learns things and like processes things like that, like where it's that format and it's like, hey, read this excerpt and then like here's 3 questions about it, or here's an equation, solve it, ABCD, like solve the equation. There's like, you know, some people have to have that hands-on kind of experience.
Yeah, I think that's what it would be for me. I think
like, did those problems where it's like an algebraic equation but they break it down to be like
no, I think
relatable
for me it would be like an escape room. Like I go into the principal's room and then the door closes and it locks and I'm in 3rd grade.
How sick would
and
that
I have
be?
to get out because that's something I could have done. You feel me? Because it's just like
applying the knowledge.
Yeah, like, you know, get like, and maybe leave a note where I gotta like pay attention.
Imagine,
you know what I mean though?
Imagine now with all the technologies and stuff. I've thought it's crazy just in the last like 5 years how they've incorporated like personal computers and like iPads and tablets and stuff to students to facilitate education and whatnot for teachers. Imagine as things continue to progress, they're going to have like VR type technologies in every classroom maybe. So you could literally get put into a hands-on experience to where it's like you have to use some sort of like whatever you're learning. Like if it's geometry, you could go, I don't know any examples off the top of my head, but you know what I mean? You could actually like have a computer off in the corner of the class and it's like, oh, that's the simulation machine. So like you put in like whatever and then you literally put on the thing and it puts you in a situation where you got to like problem solve.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I like that.
And that could be how they're tested.
Like that.
Instead of, and then some people will hate that and they don't learn well like that.
But they
learn
could do the
better,
test.
like, the bookwork.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you can choose.
That's what I'm saying. That it should be that rather than forcing a test and putting everybody in the same category and basing their, you know, intelligence off.
That's another huge blessing from my high school experience was the Cambridge program because it was based in the UK. They tested the way the UK tested. So,
really?
Yeah, so it was, I don't remember, I used to have a whole list of like ways that I thought that education system was better just in the way that they tested. And it broke it down, like it was basically like those reasons where there's you can get lots of partial credit on like for example, the test could be 8 questions, the whole test, the whole end of the year, like AP type test, 8 questions.
No way.
Yeah, like my Ace Marine Science class with Mr. Guarno.
1 question.
No, it was probably like 20 to be real, but like you need, let's say it's like 20, don't quote me on this anyone, but like this is just like from my knowledge. There's like, let's say it's 20 questions. You need like 50 points to pass the test. And there's an available like 150 points on the test. Or that's probably off. But like the point is you rack up points as you answer these questions. So like if it's you read a whole thing, there's going to be several activities like part A, part AA, part AAA, part B. Like there's lots of different parts to the one question. So the one question might have a total of 15 points available and you have all these different opportunities. So if you just got part of it right, like if you just knew, like if it said, you know, eventually you need to learn how much water is going to go into this pool that they're constructing for the community. So like it breaks it down step by step, like how big of a plot of land did it say, like did you need or whatever, like calculate to see how big the plot of land is. Do that. If you get that calculation right, you get a point. And then like, you know, that's like kind of how
like
they
if you got 2.5, no, if you got question 2, if you got 2A right and 2B wrong and question number 2 was worth 15 points, you would walk out with like 7.5 points.
Yeah. And see, it was very like, I guess more immersive the way that it would like break it down like that, break each question down. It was almost like more digestible because imagine if you have an 80 question like math exam, AP test.
I like that.
Where it's 80 questions and it's just like number 1, x plus 3z minus 2y. Number 2, 4, and it's just saying like solve for x or whatever. It's like some people blank and they don't remember like, oh, what equation did my
especially when you have to type it in. You ever been taking a computer test and there's no ABCD? You just have to like type it in.
Dude, that's how all of college algebra was when I was in high school. And so listen to this, bro. I did college algebra. For me, I did it for that kid David that like paid me hella money to like help him with classes. I did the course for him.
Oh, I remember that.
And then I would straight up like go to their computer and like, or I don't remember how we did it, but it was like that with the to input the answers. It was you could just get it like one little, you needed to put like comma space something, but you just put comma something and it would count it as wrong. and it's like that was some BS, bro.
Yeah,
Because you'd be like, you do out all the work, and then you type it in, and it's incorrect, and you'd get so frustrated because you're like, bro, I know how to do this.
Yeah,
But it was
yeah.
just because you typed it wrong.
Oh, the worst. Did you ever use Mathway when you were in high school?
Yeah.
You
no,
did.
I
Okay.
did when I was. Is that the one where what was Mathway exactly? Because I
It's
think
like
I
an
did
app on your phone, and you would just enter in
an equation.
an equation, and
It would solve it
It would
for you?
solve it, yeah.
I think we did.
And it would
use
even
Mathway.
show. It would even you could
Show
pay
you
for
the
it and show
steps?
work. You could show work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we did use Mathway.
Dude, I
In
love
college algebra, we did.
I loved Mathway. Like, that was insane. Especially in high school when you could listen to music during tests. That's what was cool. Is when, like, shout out Miss Clasetti and Estero. I don't even know if we can be doing that. But, like, shout out my English teacher freshman year. She would let us take tests with headphones on because she said she felt it could concentrate better. But we had to put our phone on our desk. But we could be, like, looking at the phone real quick to, like, change song. And I was like, she was actually a pretty lax teacher. So she wasn't really stressing about, like, all that. So it's kind of just you do you. Why was I doing Mathway in English class? No, I think I'm just saying, like, I guess Mathway didn't help me there. But I guess another teacher did it too. I don't know. No, I guess maybe. Was that a thing in high school? Could you do that in every class? I don't really remember.
I don't remember. Well,
that was my first period of the day, and I just remember, like, always putting beats on and just feeling it.
It was different for me because I
feel like you could. Maybe not you. You're in college. I was in the dumb classes. They're like, dude, whatever you do to not talk, do it. I was in the class. Dude, our high schools were probably so different.
No, yeah, for sure.
Classes-wise. Your classes were all like, straight up, Dude, my class, fights breaking out, pencils going in ears.
And if I ever had a class where, like, I was in with those, like, it wasn't like, because in the Cambridge program, it's pretty much all of us, like the 60
throughout,
kids or whatever.
yeah.
It's like we were all in the same kind of classes.
Yeah.
So if I had a class that wasn't on that curriculum, not in that like ACE program, and it would be in just with regular high school Estero stuff, and I'd get random kids that I've never really had classes with, it was much different.
I'm going to the guidance counselor tomorrow. This is unacceptable.
I need to switch out of this.
It's unacceptable for my education.
No, but dude, on that, like, one thing I did want to talk about, this is a good transition, is I was thinking about a way that I skate. Like, had a great session today at Veterans Skate Park.
Shout out veterans.
For sure, dude. And
Stomping grounds.
yeah, dude. Shout out Skate God Aaron. Shout out Gabe. I don't know his last name. Not Gabe Mata. Other Gabe.
All the shouts outs.
Don't know the other dude's name, but he was like 37.
Shout out to the boys, man.
Just started
Veterans
skating a year
killing
ago.
it. Yeah.
Kyle was killing it again. But anyways, what I've been doing, and I don't know if you would ever want to skate like this or if anyone would want to skate like this, but what I do sometimes is I'll like pick an obstacle and I've never done it like that thoroughly, I guess. I just kind of like fuck around. Like how I used to play myself in skate. I wouldn't really like be too crazy about like, okay, this guy, that got A and then K. I would just kind of like try to make my tricks. But I'll take
honestly,
an
do you
obstacle.
ever even finish the game of skate? Like, I don't. Like, when I'm playing myself, I just go until I go. I'm like, I'm done.
Do you play yourself in
Oh,
skate?
yeah, all the time. Like, when I'm playing, I probably do it every time I, like, skate.
What?
So that's my warm-up when I'm by
Bro,
myself.
that makes me so. That's why I'm curious, because like these is just things I do to like get better at skating, and that's one thing I always did was. And sometimes I would keep track on. It'd be left hand versus right.
I try to, but like I said, when it's like A versus T, I'm like, who had K?
Yeah, then at that
we're
point
over.
you're trying like fakey big flip, and you're like, I just want to get this fakey.
Yeah,
big flip.
exactly,
and
exactly.
Then that's perfect warm up. But what I'll do
Exactly.
to like really, I'll spend not even for warm up, just like spend a whole session. Like today, it's mostly when I'm alone. Like this is how I skate when I'm alone mostly, because friends it like makes a whole nother thing. And
it's a session.
Yeah, but anyways, I'll take an obstacle and I'll take like maybe 5 tricks or 10 tricks. And a lot of times it's just all the basic ones like front 50-50, back 50-50, front 5-0, back 5-0, nose grind, crooked grind,
Basic
like tail.
ones.
Well, like all the like, you
To
know,
you.
basic grind tricks. And I'll try them.
Bangers to me.
And that'll just be like, okay, these are the tricks that I'm trying this session. And obviously there's like flat ground tricks between attempts and stuff. But mainly it's like, I'm going to skate the flat bar today. These are my 10 tricks, like front board, back board, whatever. And maybe have like a couple at the end that are like, maybe if I like have enough energy. Honestly, you remember that YouTube video I did? 21 tricks off the warm-up wall or something in Pennsylvania? Long time ago.
Oh yeah.
And I just did 21 tricks. That was a time where I just took that wall and I had a list of like, I think it was supposed to be 30 tricks, but I had a list of like 30 tricks and I just tried to do them all in one session, and that's what came out of it was that video. Click to the YouTube channel if you want to see that video. It's still there. But let's say front 50-50. I have to do that trick 3 times. in order for that to be crossed off the list. I have to do that trick 3 times. If I do it first try, I don't have to do it anymore. Like if I do it first try, front 50-50, cross it off the list, you don't have to do it 3 times because you just did it first try ever. Same with every other trick, try them. And then if you don't do it first try, you have to do it 3 times. If you do them 3 times in a row, you give yourself like 10 points. Okay. So that way in your session, I try front 50-50, do it first try. Okay, bam, maybe get like a point amount for that, give myself points. And then if I do, don't do a back 50-50, but then I do 3 in a row right after that, give myself 10 points, cross that off the list. And then like, I don't know, I guess that seems kind of weird, but that's like how I'll approach skating sometimes.
No, that's really cool.
The 3 in a row thing is the big part of it.
Yeah, no, I've never thought about that, but I like that. And it makes sense. Like, if you're skating an obstacle, say you're skating a rail or a ledge, you know, do your tricks, and if you can get them first try, you got them first try, don't stress. And if you don't get it first try, get 3 of them. And if you get 3 in a row, I like the points, but I don't see where the points system ends up.
Yeah, see, so that's what I was thinking.
You just leave the skate park and you're like, I got 80 points.
I got 80 points. Woo! No, but I was thinking, I don't know, I guess it's dumb, but like, it could be a way to make skating by yourself more fun and more doable, because a lot of times, if you don't have people to skate with, a lot of people just won't skate just because that's how they are. They don't. But this could be a way where it's almost like a street league type thing, but only for you. You're not competing with literally anyone else except yourself, and you can't compete with anyone because you made the list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you could, and it's like you could make it like 50-50 board slide, like front board, like all basic tricks, and do them all first try and be like, yeah, I got 100 points. Hell yeah, let's go home. But you didn't learn anything. You know what I mean? So it's like you pushing yourself by doing like, I guess that's just how you choose to train. You know what I mean? Like, I guess, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like in basketball, you do the 3-point challenge where like you shoot 3-pointers over and over and over to get that muscle memory.
That's a question we should start, dude. That's a question we should start asking. If you're a skater, what do you do? Comment down below what you do when you're skating by yourself for a warm up, because I'm curious to hear.
That is a good question.
Yeah, because
some people don't warm up.
What?
They just go for the, like Jake, he'll just go for the trick. Like if he like
I don't think there's people that do that. Jake doesn't do that. He warms up. I seen him. I skated with Jake.
Barely though. I guess people have varying levels.
But he
of
goes for
warming
flat.
up.
He skates flat mostly. It's like he's warming up.
That's true. But no, back in the day when he would go to like get a clip,
Really?
he'd be the dude that pretty much show up to the ledge and be like, all right, you ready?
There's some people that do that though, dude. Some of these pros, you hear it on the 9 Club. I mean, stretching and warming up probably, but like as far as, you know, if you're hitting something, I forget who it was. I was listening to the 9 Club recently, but they kick flipped something before they didn't even ollie it. No, it was Luis Mora. He uploaded something on YouTube. I think it was an Instagram video that I was watching. That was a highlight from his YouTube video where like, you know how he skates in Japan with those like his group of race skaters. He's got the one kid. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he rips. I think he's like a 16, 17-year-old skater. Off a leg injury too. Dude snapped his leg. He's back. I'm pretty sure he's back. Because you know how he's got the older one and the younger one. He's got one that's like 12. I don't know if this was the younger one or the older one, but I know the guy's back. I know he's skating around. They're both insane. But yeah, they pull up to this nice stair set, and the kid kickflips it before he even ollies it. First try. Like they just got to the spot. Like they were like, yeah, warm up. Kickflips it.
See,
nice
with stuff like that, bro. Like I don't get that, you know, because how big was it? Like 10 stair?
I don't want to.
Because if it's like 6 stair, that might be like, for me anyways, that might be like, all right, just show up and try a trick down it.
And
but
I get it, but most of the time, I don't know. I guess I'd have to know the context, because like if you've been to the spot, you know how it is. But if you're pulling up to a fresh spot,
yeah,
you don't know how that landing is, how the run room is. If you don't know where to land.
GoPro, turn on. All right, I didn't say.
No, GoPro, start recording.
You gotta get the voice commands right. Fuck it up.
So yeah, right. No, so and we'll take a break soon for the ads.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of forget.
You were talking about Luis Mora and the dude just kickflipping it, and you said it depends on.
Yeah.
Have you been to the spot?
Yeah, but yeah, like Riverside. I wanted to touch on Riverside. Riverside's 5. You know, if you hit it, the 5 stair closest to the side of the 5 stair closest to the 5 block. Feel me? There's a side on there. You have to land. You know, if you just go like in the middle of the stair set.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go fast enough, you're gonna clear the spot I'm talking about. But like that's a spot me and my friend Austin used to go to when I was like just learning how to like get over stairs.
That's tough.
I would like ollie them, and yeah, it's pavers everywhere, run room and landing on pavers. But there's a spot too in the middle where the pavers dive in. So if you ollie and land there, you're eating every time.
Yeah.
So Yeah, like that I learned too, like in at Riverside, you had to I had to go off. Now I just go fast enough and clear it, but when I was learning, I had to go off. So that's another thing too, where I would be terrified to pull up to a fresh spot. He'll flip it, you catch it perfect, and then you land with the run rims crushed, or there's like a crack you don't know about, fly forward.
The thing is, this is probably the last thing I'll say before we take a break, but the way that I've approached skating and like the way I approach spots like that is, this is just me personally how I do it. I'll like go there and I'll try to rifle out. I'll try to skate kind of like that training method how I told you. Like I'll go to the stair and I'll try to ollie it. And unless it's like something super gnarly where like you really don't want to be jumping down it too many times or like risking bailing away like a one bad time, I'll pretty much like ollie it, maybe a couple ollies, like front 180 it, maybe a couple front 180s, and then like I want to be. And again, this is probably like accelerated since my injury, just because now I need to make sure like there is zero hesitation on my like commitment. So if I'm trying to kickflip something now, the way I'm trying to go about it is like when I pop that tail, I know that I'm gonna be like doing a kickflip. You know what I mean? And that's why I've been really strenuous with that training type like style lately when it comes to jumping down stuff too, just because I need that muscle memory to be like exact, you know, because just one time of like kicking away weird and like landing weird, I don't know what could happen, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to make it, if I'm jumping down a stair set, I'm going to be at the bottom and my feet are going to be on the board, you know what I mean? And I realized by watching people like, bro, like Aurelian Gerard, watching people like Jamie Foy, Zion Wright, you notice there's like a certain bruteness to their skating that it's like, especially Aurelian Gerard, bro, he's like, he knows he's landing on that board whenever he pops over a stair set. And it's like, you know that mental block we always talk about in skating where like that's why you kick away, because you're like, oh, what if I and you kick it away and like roll. It's like people like that have achieved disregarding that altogether. Like they do not have, like it seems they don't have like the hesitation factor at all. Because you notice when you skate like that, you skate so much better when you just don't think about what if I like slip out, what if I like, you know, don't lock into it. You just think, I've done this 100 times, pop this way and shift your feet like that and you're going to lock into it and then just like have faith, you know what I mean? Just like, and push it through.
And notice too, I'll touch on this real quick before we go on ads. Notice like when you go, what was I even talking about? Have you ever pulled up to the skate park and landed everything first try? Like you're like, yeah, like you've warmed up, you've stretched, and then you're like when I go to Veterans, I'm like, all right, you know, when I just get there, I warm up, I stretch a little bit. I go on the ramps. That's usually my warm up. Like I stretch a little bit and get it, but I don't really like pop any ollies before I just dive into the blue like tranny.
Yeah.
And that's my warm up. But I notice like almost every time, because I got my go-tos on that thing, I can flow. But I'll just be doing my go-tos like every time, and then it progresses. Like just last time I went this past weekend, it was like, you know, I'm doing my thing. I maybe done like 5 to 7 tricks, and then I'm just like, yeah, I haven't fallen yet, so I'm feeling comfy and warm, so I'm going to pop a big ollie over the spine, like, you know, like ollie indie grab. And when I grab it, dude, I tweak the crap out of it. And I come so high. No, my bad. I come so high off the quarter pipe and to get into the slope, you feel me? Yeah. But I come at an angle and I hit the very like upper left corner, upper 90 of the quarter pipe. Hit that thing flying at an angle, and I pop so high, so I'm at an angle. I grab the board and then tweak it, and then come back down on the spine. And I did it first try the other day. I was just like doing these tricks. I'm like, geez, who is this man?
I love that, bro.
Yeah, it's the best feeling.
And that's what it takes, like doing something over and over and over. Like there's another YouTube video I have from Pennsylvania at the skate park. I think it's just called skate training or something like that. But I was trying to learn. I remember I had a list of tricks I wanted to learn that day. One of them was, bro, I don't even know the proper way to call it. It'd be like front 5-0, you know, like you're on the ledge, ollie up, front 5-0, switch over to switch crook. You know what I'm saying? Where you're like in the middle, you're like, tsh. I was going to do that, and I wanted to try Smith kickflip out, and I wanted to do Smith on a rail, and then wall grinding Smith, pop over to front feeble. So like same trick, you know what I mean?
Nice,
like same rail.
dude.
And so then I went there, and I spent the whole time, I felt like a crazy person, because I seriously like, I always balance my 5-0s, you know what I'm saying? Like I always manual on it and then pop out.
You do.
And I don't really do the tail skid, and that's kind of what you need in order to shift it around to crook like that. You can't really be like in a 5-0, you'd have to pop around or whatever. Yeah. And so I practiced. I just would like go as fast as I can and try to like do a 5-0 where I'm sliding the tail, and I did like 10 of them.
Really?
And then same with tail slides. I was doing like I think I was trying to tail slide kickflip, but I just did so many tail slide to fakies. I remember watching the footage. They all look like so similar. You can't even tell the difference, but it's like tail slide, pop out fakie. And you know the same thing with blunt slides I've been doing, where it's like blunt slide, pop out the fakie. Just because like I'm trying to dial that shit in, you know? Because if I'm trying to do it down something big or try to kickflip out, I want to be comfortable enough to where I pop in, locked in. You know, my body knows this positioning, and then kickflip. You know what I'm saying? This podcast is brought to you by Anchor.
Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast?
When we were trying to get this podcast off the ground, we had a lot of questions like, how do we record an episode? How do we get our podcast on all the apps people like listening? How do we make money from the podcast?
And the answer to every one of these questions is simple. Really simple, actually. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use.
And now, Anchor can match you with sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid right now. In fact, that's what we're doing by reading this ad.
And see, I got mad love for Anchor because we are... How long are we into this podcast? A year and 8 months?
Yeah.
Almost. We're gonna be coming up on 2 years soon.
Yeah, dude.
In fact, next month will be 2 years. And I gotta say, 2 years to this date, Anchor is the only ad that's been rocking with your boys. So.
And we've never had a complication.
No, never a complication with Anchor.
We got it out every Monday.
They really are the greatest distributor service that we could ask for.
So if you've always wanted to start your own podcast and make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start to join me and the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start.
I can't wait to hear your podcast. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the ads. So something I want to get into, shine a little light on a company, up and coming small business. So my wife and my mother-in-law started a business, a luxury picnic business, I think it's called. So I'm going to read, their Instagram is Picnics Southwest Florida. So PICNIXSWFL. On Instagram, Facebook too. So the bio reads, a mother-daughter duo here to make all your picnic dreams come true. And maybe we can put the picture, their Instagram picture, like up on the thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I saw what they're working with last night because they went shopping like all day. I mean, by the time this comes up, it'll be weeks. But when we're recording this, you know, the day before, so yesterday, she went out all day shopping, her and her mom. And they got so much stuff, and they're out again today, all day, all night, getting so much stuff. They're trying to get like four sets, where they have like different themes to pick from.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's gonna tie in well with her photography business, Brianna Faith Photography. If you don't know, go get yourself tap in with some good photos.
They're gonna enjoy doing that so much too.
Yeah, they're gonna love it, dude. It's gonna be so much fun.
Right up their alley.
Yeah, right up their alley. Like, dude, yeah. So go tap in. Picnic, Southwest Florida.
They're on all social medias right now?
They're on Facebook and Instagram for sure right now. I know that much.
Sick.
Like, you can tap in with their Facebook page. I think eventually that and their website is going to be how you, like, book things. And probably, like, you can lead to their website through Instagram and Facebook. But, yeah, tap in with Picnic, Southwest Florida. PICNIXSWFL on all social media. It's going to be nice, dude. I can't wait to book mine. Mine's free. We're going to do that. The first one's free because we did the advertisement. I mean, I guess they're all free. I'm married to the business owner. That's cool. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait.
Dope picnics.
No, because it was
I
even...
want to see more picnics.
I saw John do that. The guy, Green Bites. And he did that. And I was just like, dude, that's awesome. That's an amazing idea. And I don't know if he...
did the...
I don't know. I don't know if he booked somewhere that does that or if he, like, prepared something. But I, like, saw he did, like, that like, at the beach with... Because that's what it's going to be. Like, I don't know if they're only doing it at the beach, but I know like picnics at the beach will be like, you know, a thing for sure for like family gatherings, whatever, for like picnics Southwest Florida I'm talking about. But yeah, I saw he did that and I was like, that's a great idea. And then like, you know, Bree and her mom too, but you know, I can speak for Bree because she's my wife. She has like such a great taste that like, it's like, yes, like this just makes sense, you know. And then she has her photography business to like go side and side with it, where it's like if you're going all out and you're like doing a luxury picture like that, you're probably gonna want to get like professional pictures done too to like remember it.
And if not, okay.
Yeah, and if not, okay, like it's still gonna be fine. I can't wait though to like start doing that, you know, because we are gonna go out and do the first one so she can get like business photos and stuff like that for it. So yeah, I can't wait because ever since I seen he did that and saw like that was a thing, I was like, this is awesome.
So that's just like the setup sort of. The service is just like a setup sort of thing, right? And then like they bring their own food or whatever.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know for sure if they're doing. That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna supply the food or not. I don't know. It's a great question.
Could be just I wonder if they would just like talk with the client and be like, "What were you guys trying to have?" And then they'll be like, Chick-fil-A, be like, "I can pick it up on the way."
I know, right? Yeah, dude.
It would make sense to have, like, if you're the one setting up the picnic, like have the food.
I feel like a lot of stuff from here would come from Publix too.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
Pub Sub.
You know, Pub Sub and
Pub
chip.
Sub
Grab a Pub
picnic
Sub
day?
chip. Yeah. For real. Yeah. So, I just wanted to shine light on that because that's up and coming, and
that's
you know
huge.
that's a new thing. I don't know of anybody like around here that does do that. So if you're trying to tap in with the luxury picnic, tap in with Picnic Southwest Florida.
Picnics with an X.
And then I do have another question I wanna ask you. So you've torn your ACL twice, bounced back both times, stronger than ever. I want to say either the first time you tore it and came back, or the second time you tore it and came back. Since you tore your knee from the first time, what has been the most proud moment, like, that you've done on a board since your injury? Like, what's
since the first one?
Yeah. Or you could give me two. Like, if you know of one on the top of your head that you did in Pennsylvania or as you just getting back to Florida where you're like, hey, I got it. And then, like, after the second injury, if you have a trick that you've done or because you're back now. Like, I don't know how you are going off, like, drops or whatever, how you feel doing that. I don't know if you've done that. But, like, yeah, like, when I see you doing what you do, like, you're tech, dude. And your simple stuff is my, like, banger I can't even do. So it's like that. Yeah. So that's why I'm curious to see like what goes in your head when you're like, because you could do a crook and be like, I don't know what goes in your head, but when I do a crook, I'm like, yes, I rolled away on a crook.
Bro, today I didn't land it, but I came so close. I was doing a line where I was starting going backside to the metal bench or box and doing a back 5-0 across the whole thing, and then back shove it out, and then I'd go up the quarter pipe, come back down, and then do a front 5-0 across the whole thing, front shove out. And I got so close. I like did the front shove and landed on it, and then like kind of like fell off. But I got so close.
That's a line?
Yeah, and that's something that I think that's something that I used to try before I tore it again. Like when I got back to Florida, that was like something that I was kind of learning was shoves out of 5-0s, and I'm doing them again. So that's pretty sick.
Is there a trick? And sorry for all the skate talk. We talked about this on break.
There
for
is
like
though.
The non-skaters.
There is a proudest moment.
Is that okay? And then I also want to know. So note that proudest moment.
Yeah.
But then is there a trick that when you tore your knee, you're like, I mean, I guess skating is all up in the air, but was there a trick that you're like, like I'm probably not gonna be able to do that because like you're like, well, hard flips, you know, like you got to bend this way. You're like, it just probably won't happen. Like, but now you can do them. Is there a trick that?
So to answer that question, the trick, one of them was riding backwards, fakie to like fakie 5-0, switch nose grind, whatever you want to call it. That one, because especially after the second. Well, no, I remember after the first one because it was so hard to like put weight on it. Like it was unfathomable.
Did you share the same knee?
Yeah, it was unfathomable to me to like, to be not able to put weight on it at all, and like to have so many months of like getting the muscle back just to be able to like jump off that leg without it hurting at all. To be able to jump, like standing on one leg, jump on one leg, land on one leg, do that without any sort of pain. It took so long. So to imagine like to ride backwards. And to like do a box jump basically because you're riding fakie, so you're on your popping leg, which is my surgery one. To jump just from that one leg, go up into a 5-0 and balance, and then pop out and land back like on the board. That
No,
was
I
a
feel
trick
you.
that I was like, bro, if I can, I wrote it down. I remember I was like, bro, if I can do that trick, and I think I put fakie 5-0 kickflip out was one that I was like, bro, if I can learn that after like my injury and stuff from Pennsylvania,
Yeah, because that means
then I'm
you
back because
got
I'm
it on
all on
levels.
that leg.
Yeah.
Now
You're finessing it and everything.
now after that was after my first injury, kind of where my head was at. But then after my second one, that was still like up there as difficult. But I was thinking leading with this leg is what's hard, and even now I'm like still kind of like getting it back because like doing a front big spin, you notice like to pop a front big spin to get it to whip 360 so quickly on flat ground, you have to straighten that leg like immediately when you pop. You know what I'm saying? So like when I do a front big spin, I pop, and then immediately when my tail comes off the ground, my knee goes straight so that it like pushes the board, and then that makes it spin 360, and my front foot can guide it around to like do the front big spin. That was a trick that I couldn't do it without pain, like just shooting my knee forward from all the scar tissue and stuff. It was different than my last injury because my last one didn't have surgery. So
That's right.
the scar tissue, it's like what Steezus was talking about on the 9 Club green room, the back 9. He was saying his back issue, he had surgery and stuff, and it's not even the injury that's a problem anymore. It's just the scar tissue from the surgery.
Dang.
That's how it is with my knee. So, like, I still can't, like, I mean, I guess I can now. I'm, like, right to the point now where I can bend all the way down and, like, put all of my weight with a bent leg, like, completely bent in half, and I have all my weight on that foot as I'm, like, squatted to the ground. For the longest time, I couldn't do that with my left leg, but now I can. And so doing any trick that, like, involves a really rapid straightening of that leg, back lip is another one where I'll pop, and then to whip into the back lip, I straighten my back leg. And blunt slides and stuff too, a front blunt, you have to like pop, and then right when you like get lifted over the rail, you slam your back leg straight to like lock it in to slide that way. And all those tricks were like, it would give me pain to try them. So I thought like, damn, it's going to be a minute before, or even like landing on that leg when I like go off of something, or when we were skating next door and I was trying to tail slide and I slipped and landed on my my surgery leg, landing on it. And today I actually, what trick was it? It was, back nose grind. I was trying to do a back nose grind across the whole box. First attempt, I didn't even lock in. My wheels got up on the deck of it, and I slipped. And so to do that, your legs go, you know, crazy like a V. And I on the other side of the ledge, I had to like catch myself only with my surgery leg. So all my weight went on to catch myself, and it didn't hurt. So that's how I knew like, hell yeah, we're back. You know what I mean? And jumping down stuff. If you do like a front side flip, when you bail that and you're or fakie flip and you're leading with that hurt popping leg, you have to land with more weight on that leg than and I had been compensating for a long time and like only landing with the really strong one, and it made my hips like, you know, the muscle imbalance. It was like really hard to get used to that.
Yeah. Damn, dude.
But the tricks that were like highlight tricks, I guess. Sorry, I've been like rambling a little bit, but like
That's all good.
shit,
That was
this is my life for like the past 2 years.
No, that was a good story. Like I'm glad I heard that.
Thanks, bro. But the tricks, honestly, what was it? I feel like I jumped down something big after, honestly, trying the thing that gave me the injury the second time. That was like, I was proud of myself for trying it, because like I had torn my shit, and like that was a giant drop. To even like get the balls to like drop in on that was, I'm glad that I tried. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I did a.
You're nuts for that, by the way.
Seeing the footage back, I'm just like, because everyone was like, maybe you shouldn't. Like, maybe you should, like, give it a second.
And anyone who said yes, I think I said, try it from halfway. You know, to see
they're
the
like,
speed.
well, maybe, yeah.
Like, we're good, dude. I'll send it. Oh, wow.
My train of thought was, like, that if I was going to do half, I'm doing the whole thing.
Yeah, and it's that same mentality we were saying when you pull up to a spot and you kick flip before you ollie it. Because the risk versus reward, it's at what point are you going to throw yourself? Yeah,
even to jump down, it would have been smarter. To like, or I caveman down it actually, but to do it I don't know.
That spot was like sus because the fence is all like that.
And I had to curve, and it pitched me so. That's why, bro. You know that sign? I'm so glad I've never tried it. That no one listening will probably know this unless you're local. But there's a sign. No, that one's sick too. But the signs where CC's used to be. That are like big waves. I've thought for years about dropping into that, starting at the top and rolling, riding into it, and then popping over the stop sign to flat, like out into the parking lot, because it's probably like a 8-foot drop. And that's like
Wow.
11 stair size, like a little taller than the 11 stair. So I figured, but you'd be going so fast when you drop in that, you won't feel any impact. You're going to shoot off that and just, you get even early grab and like.
Yeah, but if
But you
oh
get
my
pitched. That's the
gosh.
thing, is if it was like which it would
Exactly.
be, because it's like such a steep incline, it would be worse than the FSW thing probably. And what would probably happen is you drop in and then you have so little time before you're popping. Right when you hit the flat bottom, you're probably going to freak out and you might slip
back.
backwards.
Or
that would be
because it's painted.
because there's a stop sign right in front of it too, bro.
I know, and it's painted stucco. I'm pretty sure the sign you're riding on is painted stucco, so I feel like you could slip too if, like, depending on how wide that thing is.
Oh my God,
your wheel gets
that would
off
be
track
scary.
as you're like
You
hitting
get
the
sliced in half
most
by the-
decline.
Bro.
Yeah.
No, but there was a trick. What was I thinking? There's a trick that, in a trick that's gonna be in my video part at Vector, the spot down the road off of Tree Line. The line I did there. Do you remember seeing that? Where I front 180 the big grass gap, and then it's a no. Or no, I do push once, but I do a front 180, and then I do a flat ground trick.
I don't remember seeing that.
It's sick. It's I shouldn't say that, like it's my own fucking clip. Like, it's sick, bro. But it meant a
No,
lot
I
to me
bet
because
it
it was
is,
like
yeah.
it was a big gap, and I was leading with my hurt leg. So like, this was right after the first one when I got back to Pennsylvania, and I was doing front 180 over the big grass gap, landing, and then doing a cab flip on flat, and then pushing, and I did a half cab manual like all the way up the ramp and down the ramp and whatever. And I was proud of that line because that was one where like I hauled ass, faced my fears, front 180, landed it, and then without pushing, did a full cab flip. I've never done one of those like in a street part or whatever. So to do a cab flip was pretty sick.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
And there's more too, bro. I got a list of like things I was thinking today as I was skating the park. I was like, bro, there's certain tricks that like I'm gonna keep practicing them like I did today, so I can get them locked in, and then I want to like film some more stuff to finish a video part. You know what I mean? That I feel like I need to do that before any other like skate things happen. I need to like at some point need to finish a part that I'm like, this is what my skateboarding looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I've had so many injuries and stuff that it's like I've never really got to display. This is the shit I've learned, and this is it in the streets. Fresh market. That's all I'm gonna say. Dead, bro. That spot is dead. I have some
Crazy.
clips I want to get there.
It's insane that you have. That's so cool, dude. I can't wait to see the shit you're gonna do. I don't skate like that no more. Me, I skate parks, bro. I skate parks all day. I park shark all day, like opposed to street. I like street, but there's something else in the parks. Like parks are meant for skating.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, like for real, like kudos to all the street skaters. I don't know, and it's
Yeah.
just since my ankle, it's been this like, and I feel like a bitch talking about my ankle because you've been through fucking 2 way worse knee injuries, and here you are, like, dude, saying fresh market's dead, but that's a mentality thing, bro. But like for me, I would never, because I love the moments, like even just going to veterans and hitting what I can hit right now, first try every time, like I was saying earlier. I don't want to risk like messing that up
Yeah.
for like just like getting a trick over veterans, and it sucks because it can happen anytime, anything. Like how I got hurt, I was warming up at a park, I rolled in a roll-in. I was been doing that since I was 5 years old, but like I did it pitched me, I fell off and like landed wrong on a decline, pop. My ankle's never been the same since. But yeah, I don't have it anymore. Like I'd rather, it sucks too, I'll be like doing other things too, like playing football, and then like come down and slam, and then I really consider, I'm like, do I want to get hurt doing this when I love, skating,
Yeah.
or with anything else too? It's like, but it all falls back to skating. I always want to skate, but
Yeah.
I'm not like living to go make a video part or whatever. I'm just living to like literally get my board and go to the skate park and do what I do. I live for that. Because the tricks, like the feeling you feel when you roll away.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's the
dude.
same. Like it's the same sort of like progress. The same way I look at a 10 stair and I'm thinking like, bro, if I could frontside flip that one day, hell yeah. Same thing at a skate park where you're thinking, dude, if I could do a big spin back lip up that quarter
Yeah,
pipe
and the
one
tricks
day.
just get crazier. 'cause-
And it's a lot different too because it is meant for skating. It's like it's almost like different sectors of the same. It's like skating's expanding
exactly.
so much.
Yeah, and I feel like the more parks you skate, because a skate park, it's only it's a certain way you can build ramps. Like you can't go too crazy with it.
Yeah.
But the more parks you skate, the more you'll realize every park is different. Like
Yeah.
Is it a metal ramp? Is it concrete ramps? Is it wood ramps? Because all those pop differently.
Is there a lot of tranny? Is there a lot of street stuff?
Exactly. Is it big pitches? Is it small? Like SLS street league type thing, like small park, big stuff. So you run course run, or is it more like laid out, spread out practice, like veterans type thing. So the more you skate those parks, it's almost like the more you get used to it, the more you can just like roll up to like a park and do more better. Like I hated the time that like Nashville, we went to that park. I couldn't skate it because I wasn't prepared.
Worst, bro.
Yeah, and
that's
so,
how it was at St. Pete with me and Kyle. I went to that St. Pete park. I don't remember what it's called. The big, like, newer St. Pete park.
The new
Huge
St. Pete
one.
park, yeah.
Have you seen that bowl?
No.
Have you been there?
Not in person, no.
Bro.
I want to go.
There's a bowl that's, like, scary to even stand next to. That's how big
Have
it
you been to
is.
Sarasota?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, how is it comparison to that? Because that bowl is legit. Like, me and Hendrix talked about it the other day. Like, nobody hits that. It's
Scary.
for looks.
Yeah.
Zion's not hitting
And it's like,
that.
bro, that's
It's
how
for
I used to
looks.
think of the Edge skate park in Naples, like that size bowl, kind of like the Bradenton one. Like, big-ass bowl, you know, legit bowl. We're, like, airing on the deep end of that bowl is legit, like, vert skating. But the St. Pete Park has a bowl that size, bigger than the Bradenton one, like, width-wise, but about the same, like, transition sizes and dips and stuff. But then next to it, Kyle showed me this massive bowl that's, like, dude, it's literally what, like, Pedro Barros and, like, Raven Tershi and, like, these, like, bowl skaters would skate. Because I always think of a bowl like ollieing from the deep end from the deck to the flat of a deep end bowl, like I did at Bradenton. How like I ollied over the quarter pipe to flat. You remember that?
Yes, I'll never forget.
That's a way that I like. If this park doesn't have like big stairs or like big drops, that's one thing that I'll do is like ollie into the deep end of a bowl or whatever, just to like get that feeling of a big ass flight.
That's crazy.
But that bowl, I was telling Kyle, like that's something, the way I think about bowls is like an alternative to stair sets if no one's in the bowl. This deep end bowl, I looked at it and into the deep end, I was like, bro, like I'm alling off that would be like leap of faith size, like drop, like bigger than El Toro probably. Maybe about the size of El Toro actually. You'd have to haul ass to like, can't even, like gives me goosebumps looking down at those bowls.
I want to pool that deep.
That'd be sick.
Like in your backyard. Imagine how sick that'd be. Like a 12-footer.
Yeah,
like, but it's filled with water.
There.
It's filled with water. Feel me?
Yeah.
Pool,
Imagine if you had a pool like that and you like put stuff down below, like down like at the bottom of the pool that you could just do, like little like coral reef looking things. You could just dive down there and like play some games.
That would be sick. Dude. Put a shark down there.
I wonder what the pressure would be like. Because you remember the FGCU pools that I don't remember who took us there.
Oh yeah.
But they would go like they were the deep pools.
Yeah, I don't know how.
And if you swam all the way to the bottom, it'd be like
ears are, like,
uncomfortable. You're like, oh god, swim back up.
I know. How deep to like when you swim back up? You gotta like be careful.
I think it's
The bends.
Yeah, I don't remember what I feel like it's like 20 feet down is
Really?
when you got to start like making sure your ears clear and like you reach equilibrium.
They probably couldn't make a pool that deep in Florida, could they? Because we don't have basements for whatever reason.
If it was concrete.
Why don't we have basements in Florida?
Oh, we're so close to groundwater, I think.
So you couldn't
so
do,
close.
so you couldn't do a pool that deep.
You probably could if you filled it with concrete. You just couldn't have.
Why can't you do a basement then?
Why can't you do a basement?
They say it floods.
I don't know how that works.
Mom's house doesn't flood.
It would have to be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works. Because if it was a solid concrete basement.
Dude, I should put a basement in a house. That'd be because then it'd sell. Dude, the only house in Florida with a basement.
Bro, that's advertisement right there. Only house in Florida with a basement.
Can't let the realtors know. What's down there? Nothing. Closet.
What were we talking about to get onto the bowl topic? We were talking about skate parks and how each one's different.
All I know is we've talked about skate parks all of part 2. And in the break, and when we just took a break, we talked about we should probably not talk about like skating because we don't have like we don't know if the listeners are skaters. So if you're listening and watching and you're not a skater and you've made it this far, shouts out for real. We're gonna switch it up real quick before we end.
And I have a YouTube channel that has a lot of skating on it, and so does Danny. So you could click over there if you do like skating.
Yeah, check us out
to see the skateboarding happening. Because we're just describing like the rail is like this side and like pop on this side, and that audio listeners are like, what?
So to switch it up, you showed me a topic. The game is filing bankruptcy. No, I'm playing. Imagine just host a podcast and just say a bunch of fake
just say
shit.
Random shit. Like, bro, Eminem's canceled. All his albums are off
No,
Spotify.
but did you
all of them?
No, but did you actually hear that people are trying to cancel him?
That's hilarious. Did you hear what song?
No, there's a couple you could reference. But did you hear, if you really want to dig into canceling Eminem, there's a couple you could reference. What'd they say?
There's a couple you could reference.
Which one did they say?
There was a song with Rihanna. where it's like, just
You were
don't
telling me
stop.
about that.
Yeah, and whenever
Really?
he says he's gonna tie her to the bed and set the house on fire, it's like, bro, he's not actually gonna kill a woman. And other than that,
Have they heard Stan featuring Ditto?
or Kim?
Yeah, dude.
It's about killing. Like in music to be murdered by. He talks about.
Look, I ain't gonna do this to Eminem because I don't want to add fuel to the cancel culture fire.
Nah, fuck that dude. He's not getting canceled.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't.
He's a good man. He raps about vulgar things.
They're gonna be like,
The Tone Deaf video went hard though, bro.
is that?
Can't
That's what I want.
Fucking word.
That's what. That's why I want to touch on. I didn't see that. Did he drop that video after people are trying to cancel
I
him?
think it was a coincidence.
I thought that was a
honest.
response.
No, Tone Deaf was in Music to Be Murdered by B-side. And dope ass song. Great.
But he
And the
dropped a
whole thing
music
of the
video?
song is like, I can't even, like, huh?
He dropped a music video.
Yeah, it's a lyric music video. And I think it was just coincidence, to be honest, like how the people were talking about like cancel culture and Eminem should be like, you know, banned because of his offensiveness and whatever. Fuck that, dude.
What about Mr. Potato Head?
I think they just rebranded it to like they're not gonna have like a kid Potato Head, like a girl Potato Head, Mr. Potato Head. They're just all gonna be Potato Heads. There's still gonna be Mr. Potato Head. There's just gonna be others as well.
What you think about that?
That's how I feel about that. I don't have any thoughts about it. It's whatever. It's a
No,
fucking
and I don't
toy.
either. I think.
What
Yeah.
about this though? Here's something we can touch on. That's like I want your honest opinion on gender
Christopher.
reveal parties.
Gender reveal parties.
So, I don't know the whole like how everyone talks about this, but I heard like people say that gender reveal parties are dumb and pointless, and like something that like why do we even do that in society? And I think
Why are they saying that?
because of transgender people, and how you're just planning a gender for your kid.
But it's a choice to have a gender party. So, if the parent is choosing that that's what they want to do, why are you mad? Why is someone else mad? Like if you're a parent, if you're mad at gender parties, then when you're a parent, don't have one.
That's
And
what I'm
also
saying.
don't go to one. If you're invited to one, don't go to one if you don't like approve of that.
And it's the same with songs.
But if
there's
you're having a
song that
baby
you
and
don't
you want to
like-
know the name of the gender, so at the end of the day, it's rough, dude. I gotta tread lightly, but at the end of the
No,
day,
I hear you, and I want to talk about this.
At the end of the day, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna say, yeah. If you're the parent and you want to find out the gender of your baby, you should do that. Like whether you agree with any of like the trans or whatever, it's like because however you feel about it, I feel like I mean, if you want to know the gender, dude, it's either gonna be a guy or a girl, and whether they want to ever change that or whatever is up to them. But like
the
if you want to know,
the doctor tells you what because that drastically changes parenthood. If your first kid is a girl, biologically, or your first kid is a boy, biologically, you're gonna have different parenthoods. So it's like kind of a big thing to know whenever the doctor tells you, "Hey, you're having a girl." It's like, "Whoa, what? I'm having a little baby girl." Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it is significant,
Yeah.
and I understand what people are saying about it, and I get it, but I'm with you where I think like I don't know if anyone's like trying to like cancel gender reveal parties or whatever, but I know that people say that.
what
they're
did Demi
stupid and
Lovato
pointless.
say about it?
I think that was false. I think that article was posted by like a super biased source, so I don't even know if like any of what she said was true, but I don't know. Even and I get it cuz like they say like gender's a societal construct, and like to be a boy, like liking blue colors and liking trucks is like something society beats over your head, and to be a girl and like pink and dresses, that's something society beats over your head. But I also think boys and girls are just different chemically, so like they're gonna like different things. You know what I mean? So I've always thought if you were on an island and you had a baby on an island and there was zero influence of society and you had a girl or a boy, regardless of the gender, I don't know. What do you think that would look like? Like, do you think that there would be any, like, if it was biologically born a boy, do you think that it would like playing with rocks and going climbing up trees? Or do you think that that's something that society pushes on kids as they grow up? Because if you think about it, it's all over media.
I think it depends. It definitely depends. Everyone is different. So everyone likes doing different things, you know? You've seen girls that are, like, professional shooters, and they've competed on, Naked and Afraid and all these crazy shows, and they're like
UFC fighters.
Yeah, and they enjoy doing stuff like that. And then
Yeah.
you see, same vice versa. I guess it would just depend. Like I think society has made it to a point where it's like you say, you know, boys, blue
feel like-
trucks,
yeah.
and girls. But I mean, also, if you think about going the like, I don't know, like what would you want? Like, is it if people are mad about this, then like what's the answer?
What's
it
the
just,
alternative?
Is it just
Yeah.
neutral everything?
And it's the same with
Neutral
like
everything,
with
and,
like
like, you
movies
just-
and with comedy
know.
and music and everything. It's the same. It's like, what do you want? Do you just want like a song that does not make anybody mad ever, or like do you want like a movie that does not? Because like all the Disney stuff too is what I was thinking about. Is they took off a lot of Disney movies because of like harmful portrayals of certain cultures and whatnot. You know, like Aristocats.
Yeah,
when
and look, I just think with all that, we could do this all day. It would never end. You know what I mean? Stuff can get taken off the shelves, like, you know, whatever. You can cancel, like Dr. Seuss trying to be canceled. They're not selling his books anymore. But it's like, and everyone's getting mad about, oh, don't do that or cancel that. But it's like, one, where does it stop? And like, it'll never stop because, like you said, you can't. Nothing's perfect and everyone's different. So you're never gonna make a song that pleases everyone. Like, you're never gonna, dude. Even the most influential, like, people do nothing but motivation get hate. Everyone gets hate.
Yeah.
It's like there's just haters. There's people out there like that are on the internet that just they live for that. They like, it's something in their brain that they just like, they troll or they get,
or want to be mad about something.
yeah,
They want to be upset.
they want
at
to say
someone.
something. Yeah, they just, yeah, I don't know. So I think, yeah, it gets to a point where it's just kind of like, you know, at what point? But I do understand if something makes you feel a certain way, being vocal about it.
Yeah.
That's what I do understand, because not everything's right. So many things I've learned, like you learn in school, and you question it, and then the teacher doesn't even have the right answer. And, you know, you ever been there where
Yeah.
it's just like, hey, why is this that? And then they're like,
'Cause the
oh,
book
no,
says
it's
so.
just the book set. Yeah, and then you're like, that's when you start questioning stuff like, why does this? And yeah, there's certain things, you know, that's just like, yeah, why is this that way? I can't think of like an example off the top of my head, but
But it's even with what we were saying about the gender reveal stuff. It's like sometimes people feel like they're into this category of like, I'm a girl, so I can't play football, or like I'm a girl, so I can't do that. But like, it's like you said, everyone's different, and everyone should know that you can do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? You
yeah,
can do whatever you want.
yeah. And I guess it sucks, like, society makes it the way, because like, if you think about, if you had a boy and you like put it in dresses because you're like, I want to put him in dresses. I think that looks cool. And then like he grows up and he likes wearing dresses because he's like born and raised into it, and he's like doesn't know any different. His dad does it too. So then he goes to school, but then like he's different and he's made fun of, you know? So I don't know at what line like you could change it for you, but then society as a whole would
Yeah.
never, because like we were talking about, you can't please everybody.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's going to continue to do their own thing. So yeah, I think it's important to just like do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
Really. That's what
Yeah.
we push, man.
And part of it too is like looking up to your parents. Like you said, like a lot of times, especially like in, you know, the past 100 years or whatever, the dynamic is like the man, you know, is like he is the parent, the dad, and then the mom is like she is the mom, the woman, and they have their own like things that they do every day. You know what I mean? And like those things have changed a lot over the years. But like the kids that come from that family, have we been going a while?
So long.
But the kids that come from that family are gonna be very impressionable to their parents, you know, like of course the little boy is gonna want to like work on cars like his dad does, because like that's what he sees his dad do all the time. If his dad didn't do that and he was like a scientist and wore dresses or something, the kid might be partial to that. They might think like, you know, and I think that's what's most important aside from like
Yeah.
like any, you know, thoughts on gender reveal parties or whatever. It's like that's the most important rule as a parent, is knowing that your kids are impressionable to you, and knowing that if they, and inversely, they don't want to do what you want to do. Accept that too. If you work on cars and play baseball and watch football games on Sundays, and your kid doesn't want to do that, that's okay.
I also think too, though, this is what I will say before we wrap it up.
Yeah,
this is
cameras are on the
important.
last leg.
It is, like, I feel like it is tremendously important to focus on stuff that genuinely matters. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not trying to tell anybody how to do anything, but like, I mean, there's serious problems out there, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Flint, Michigan,
That's what I'm
still
saying,
doesn't
yeah.
have clean water.
So fuck Mr. Potato Head.
So, no, yeah, like there's bigger problems to focus at. Think about the uproar. We're talking about it right now on the podcast. All those other podcasts that are on top charts have brushed on it. You know, it's just you've seen all over Facebook.
Trending topics.
Like, and Flint, Michigan was a trending topic, and it disappeared. But like they
They
still, don't have clean water. So, well, like, dude, it's just like, yeah, there's bigger problems at hand. Also, there's countries out there that, like, if you, for believing in what you believe in, you get killed, dude. And there's people out there, there's countries out there that, like, you don't even get to pick your wife. They pick it for you. Your parents pick it.
Yeah.
Or, like, something like that, you know, like, or
Yeah.
someone else picks it, or you have to do this certain thing. It's crazy to me. Fix that before we can, like, also fix America, because we're not perfect either. Where's the stimulus check? Hit us with that outro, Storm.